I'm back with another video. So in this video, I will be telling you guys all about how my labor and delivery went. I know you guys seen of the last video, but I couldn't get all of the details and everything in because everything was happening so fast, and you guys will understand after I finish this video. Plus my husband was like trying to record, but then at the same time trying to help me at the same time, so he wasn't able to record as much as we wanted to. And then, you know, we had to kind of hide cameras because you can't have cameras in there and record all of that. So yeah, so let's just get right into the video. If you are new to my channel, please stop what you're doing and hit the subscribe button. I'll wait. Did you subscribe? Okay. And if you are old to my channel, welcome back. And yeah, let's just get into this video. So if you guys have not seen the video, I'll be sure to link it below, so you want to go ahead and watch that just so that you can know, and see what happened and what's going on, so you get a visual of all the madness that was going on. Okay, so when I first started the video, I was in my beauty room, and guys, I will be doing an updated tour of my beauty room because I will be doing a trial haul and all of that, and just like, why not? So now I can roll out the videos because I'm back feeling myself, and I'm 2 weeks postpartum. And I'll be getting videos out to you guys, just going over, some of the things that I have experienced since then and all of that. But I just wanted to get on this video and tell you how the actual day went. So when I was having contractions, I thought that they were Braxton Hicks. Now, if you have had Braxton Hicks before in your pregnancy, sometimes they come so strong that you get confused and you're like, are these the real ones? Are these Braxton Hicks? You really don't know. So I didn't know at the time, but when I walked into my beauty room, I went to go close my blinds and I fell to my knees. I was like, oh, these are the real deal. So I called my midwife and I was telling her, I'm having contractions. They're 10 minutes apart. What should I do? And so she was like, well, what do you think we should do? And I was all like, well, I don't know. Do you think they're Braxton Hicks? Because I have been having Braxton Hicks, guys, since I was about 5 months. I know it sounds crazy, but yeah, since I was high risk and I had to take a lot of medication and stuff to keep the baby in. I think that was another reason why I had Braxton Hicks so early. But yeah, I was having Braxton Hicks early. So to me, I didn't know what to do. So I told her okay, well, I'll just relax and then I'll let you know. So when I was going to close the blinds and I buckled down to my knees and I was like, I couldn't even get back up. I'm like, oh yeah, these are the real things. I called her back and I had timed it from the 10 minutes they were going apart and they had hit 6 minutes apart. So she was like, well, okay, let's go ahead. I'll meet you at the hospital. So when I got ready to try to attempt to stand up, guys, my back was hurting so bad, I couldn't even get up. My husband was upstairs asleep. The kids were asleep. And then, I don't know what it was, but I couldn't, yell out their names at first. I was just, in shock, oh, my God, this baby is about to come. So, you know me, or if you know me, I don't play. So, I start crawling. So I crawled through the hallway, I crawled up the stairs, and then at that time, I'm starting to call my husband's name. I'm like, wake up, wake up, wake up. I have to go to the hospital. He right now? I'm like, yeah. Okay, so by the time I got job ready and all of that, because one of my friends was picking her up, and by the time I was able to get our bags together, because I already had our bags packed, but it's just some things you still got to grab, like a toothbrush and stuff like that, little simple stuff. I grabbed everything. By that time, guys, by the time we were coming down to the car, I would say they were about 4 minutes, maybe 5 minutes apart. They had dropped again. So I couldn't even get back down the stairs. My husband literally had to basically pick me up and get me down the stairs because that's how much pain I was in. So I knew that it was for real. It was I'm having her tonight. Right now. So I go down the stairs, we get in the car. Now my driveway, I have a very, very steep hill in my driveway, and just getting out there to the car was crazy scary, okay? Because I could barely walk. I didn't want to move, but I knew that I had to get there quick, and I didn't want to call the ambulance because that's money. I was just like, okay, we're gonna drive. But the drive, guys, is 25 minutes from my house to the hospital. So you know how that goes. And at this time, it is about 9:30-ish at night, almost 10, I would say. By the time we got out the house, probably about 10 o'clock. Okay. So we finally get in the car and we're driving. And, you know, of course my husband is driving, you know, safely and carefully, trying to get me there because he's not trying to, like, run over bumps and stuff. Because every time he hits a bump, I'm, like, complaining. I'm like, oh, my gosh, you know, I'm having these contractions. I'm screaming. My daughter's like, are you okay? She's nervous. Everyone in the car is just, like, nervous. So I told him, like, roll the window down. Like, at one point, like, not even being over dramatic, like, I couldn't even, like, breathe. Like, it was so hot and everything was just, like, hot. That's all I just was thinking, like, I'm hot. So we roll the windows down and we're driving, and he's not trying to roll over bumps, everything like that. And then, like, I'm steady looking at the clock and I'm trying to time everything. So at one point, when I looked at that clock and it started coming 3 minutes apart, I'm like, babe, like, we gotta get here. Like, I'm like, run these lights, okay? Run the lights. I don't care, because we have to get here and we're not about to have this baby in this car. So on some of the streets, you know, like, it's dark, it's late, he was able to, like, run the lights. But then in some, you know, like, intersections, it's Atlanta, so it's still busy in some areas. Like, we really had to stop. And every time I'm, like, screaming out, like, oh my gosh, I'm having a contraction. He's telling me to calm down. He's, like, telling me to breathe and all of that. And, like, he was being way more calm than I was being. But it was good to have, like, him on that side and me on this side, because two panicking people, we would have been having that baby in this car, okay? So I'm like, run the lights, run the lights, run the lights. So he just started running the lights. So we're running the lights and still trying to be, like, careful. You know, we got the John in the car and all of that. So we get to the hospital. Now, my job is COVID. So over the emergency section, like, that's the only way you can go in at night. And we find an emergency section. I had been over there a few times just for my appointment, so I knew how to get there. We get there and, like, nobody is at the front desk. Nobody is, like, there. I mean, people are in there, but nobody, like, to come out and help. So my husband jumps out the car. He runs in there and, like, just leaves his doors open to everything, because I'm like, look, I don't care who, you need to go get a chair and get me out this car, because I'm here now. So I'm like, I'm comfortable, I'm safe. Like, somebody up in here know what they're doing. You know, I just got to get me there. And I know that once I get in there, from the emergency side all the way to get me to where you deliver, it's a good walking, guys. It's a good, like, 5 to 10 minute walk. So you gotta go over a bridge and all this stuff. So I'm like, we need to make this quick, because then, I kid you not, they were coming, like, back to back to back. And mind you, in my head, I had already told myself, like, you know, you're not getting epidural, you're gonna ride this out. Like, come on, you gotta do this. So this lady comes out and she's, like, in scrubs. She's like, oh my God, like, come on. She rolls up with the wheelchair. I get in, I'm crying, I'm getting emotional, because I done heard so many and seen so many stories on YouTube. People, or just heard stories, people go in and have a baby, do not come out alive, you know. So I'm, like, praying, like, please, God, just let me come back out here to be here for my daughter, my other daughter, you know. And so when I got ready to give her a kiss, I just got all teary-eyed. I'm like, I love you so much, don't ever forget it, and all of this, because I'm like, this could be my last time seeing her. Like, I'm just being real. So give her a kiss. I'm getting emotional. So I get in the car. I get in the seat, and I'm like, look, make sure Jai gets to where she needs to go with my friend. And I'm like, hurry up and come up here. Do not waste no time, because I do not want to deliver this baby without you in this room, because I don't trust all that they got going on. I knew that they was going to give me the COVID test and all of that. So I'm like, look, hurry up. So she gets me in a wheelchair. Let me tell y'all, this is where it gets crazy. So I'm having contractions, mind you. She reeling me in the emergency room. You know, they still got to check my temperature. I'm like, come on. So she starts running, because she like, oh my gosh, you know, I got to get you over here. She starts running. There's a guy in the middle of the hallway cleaning up. Water all over the floor. So we are literally, like something out of a movie, we are literally, like, sliding across the floor in this wheelchair. And she is, like, not playing. She like, I'm gonna get you there, I'm gonna get you there, because I'm, like, screaming every contraction, you know. So she, like, wheeling me through. We, like, sliding through the water or whatever. And then, like, she hit one of the hospital beds. Like, it was, like, on a curb. On the curb. It was, like, on the corner of the wall, and she didn't see it. And I was like, oh, I'm about to kill this lady. But I was like, I can't, you know, get mad at her, because she's just trying to get me there. So I'm just like, come on. She's like, you okay? I'm like, yeah, let's go. So she finally gets to the elevator. We have to wait for the elevator. And then we get on the elevator and we make it upstairs. So when I got upstairs, you know, they already knew I was coming and everything. So they, like, get her in room 4, whatever. We go to 4. They get me in there. Now, mind you, this is not where I'm supposed to deliver. Because of COVID and everything, they have to put you in on this one floor to make sure that you don't have COVID. So they have to come in there. I'm having contractions. Lady come in there. She like, are you ready to take the test? At this point, lady, I don't care. I'm in so much pain. I don't care what you think of my nose, my ears, whatever. Come on. So she put the thing on my nose. I'm like going crazy because it's like uncomfortable. It wasn't painful. It was just uncomfortable. So she was just like, you know, swiping my nose and everything. And, you know, she finally did what she did and got out. And then she like, okay, put her on the bed. So I got on the bed. And the lady's like, I got to come in and check you. Now, mind you, my doctor, I don't know where she lives, but it's not obviously close to where my hospital is. So I'm just praying that she makes it on time because this is who I've been with since July. Like, no, she did not deliver July, but this is who I've been going to my appointments with. I told you guys she's a black doctor. I trust her with everything. So I just wanted her to get there. So I'm like, is she on the way? Is she on the way? They're like, yes, she's on the way. So they put me on the bed, and then the lady is like, let me check you out. So when she checked me out, guys, I'm like, okay, when I was going to my appointments and everything, I was almost at like 4 centimeters or something to begin with. So I'm like, okay, I got to be at least 6. That lady is like, you are like 8.5, 9. Like, you about to push this baby in the next 10 to 15 minutes. You have to push this baby. So they were like getting like nervous because like my doctor and I got there and then hadn't got there. And then they were like, well, we have another doctor on site just in case she doesn't make it. Like, she could deliver this baby. And I'm like, nuh-uh. I'm like, she's going to have to make it. So I'm like, at one point, I felt like I had to push. I'm like, oh my gosh, y'all, like, I have to push. So they was just like, okay, just hold on, just hold on, just hold on. I'm screaming every other contraction. The girl in the next room screaming in front on this end. Another girl screaming on the back end. So we're just like screaming. We just having a match. So, so at this point, I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I got to wait until she get here. I got to wait till she get here. But at the same time, I want to push. At the same time, I want to push. So, at this point, my doctor finally makes it in, and I believe, actively, once I had got to the hospital, we were like 2 hours in, and she was like, let's push. So, well, when she got in, you know, hours had passed, but, you know, she was only in there for a good 30 minutes, and the baby was here, but, so we get to pushing. So we start pushing, and, you know, they ask me, like, what do you want for pain? I'm like, I don't want nothing. I'm doing it naturally. I got this. I got this. And I'm like, breathing. I'm keep on telling them I'm sorry because I'm, like, screaming in between because, like, it was painful. And I went natural with my daughter, but it was a lot different because when I say my other daughter, it was, like, super duper fast. Like, I mean, super duper fast. Like, I was in active labor for, like, 45 minutes, so the contractions weren't, like, as strong as these ones were. Like, y'all, I felt like I was about to die. Like, but I knew I had it, okay? So, I pushed or whatever. You know, you push, and then you take a break, and you wait for another contraction. You push, you take a break, wait for another contraction. I'm like, look, I'm not about to be up in here all night. And I just keep on thinking, like, I'm not about to have to have no emergency C-section. You're not about to be cutting up on me. You're not about to be talking about my baby heart rate dropping. None of that. I'm like, we about to get this baby out tonight, right now, okay? No. So, the third push, got it. She like, okay, it's moving. We see the head. My husband keeps telling me, I see the head. He feeding me ice. He trying to hold my hand, trying to tell me, like, you know, just breathe. You got this. I'm like, I got this. So, fourth push, bam. You know, I felt it, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, I could really, like, feel the pressure. I'm like, oh yeah, she's about to come. Fifth push, y'all, I pushed. Y'all saw the video of my baby popped out, hopped out that thing. I was like, woo, yeah, she hopped out, and I birthed a beautiful baby girl. Jale is what I named her, and she was 6 pounds 12 ounces. She was born at 3:54 a.m. My girl is here, and she is healthy and thriving. And yeah, so that was my labor and delivery video. Thank God I did not deliver that baby in a car, because I promise y'all I thought I was about to deliver her in that car. And everything went smoothly, no medication, no nothing. I will be doing a postpartum after the fact video, because guys, y'all gonna be tripping after y'all. I tell y'all what happened to me after I got home. But yeah, so just be looking out for that video. That video will be coming up very, very soon. I have another video that will be coming out next after this one, just us getting out the house for the first time, because I have been in the house. So just getting out to get some fresh air. Got that video coming up next, and lots more videos. So yeah, if you want to see more videos, make sure that you hit the notification bell. Be sure to subscribe. Okay, subscribe and come back to my channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.